Well, yesterday I was out picking up more Gravely stuff, and I'll show you guys what I got. I pulled home a pretty good lot of stuff with some neat things. So to start off with, you can see the Sickle Bar here. It's a 41 inch, and the reason why it's not 42 is because it has these smaller teeth here. And this is the 2-inch tooth Sickle Bar that they advertised on use for lawns and light grass. And you don't see a lot of these around, and that's another reason why I bought this lot. And it's pretty much complete. It's missing a tooth there, and someone hit something in the corner and broke the rock guard and part of the end of the tooth. You know, it's been used, got a little bit of play in the end of it and everything, but everything moves, and it's really not too bad. So I'm going to see if I can get this thing working at some point. It's pretty neat though. And someone also replaced this back housing here where the U-joint is. I don't know if it wore out or if it broke at one point because it's red. You can also see that the bolts were digging into the back, so it was on another Sickle Bar at one point because these bolts, I mean, it has some play, but they don't dig in when it's spinning or anything. So everything moves pretty good, and I'm going to see if I can get this working at some point. I got some junk to cut down up in the woods. I also got this Rotary Plow here, which is in pretty decent shape. And this tractor that I got is a 1959. So he bought this as a package deal back in '59, all brand new. I'm the second owner of it. And I'm guessing this is when they were transitioning from spoked wheels to these white ones. Because look at the back. They don't have that little domed sheet metal shape to the back of it. They have these right angle bracket spoke sort of things, which I think is kind of neat because you don't get any of that dirt stuck in behind it and they won't rot out on you. So it's in pretty decent shape. The plow has been used, obviously, and when I got this it was upside down, and you could see he was plowing upside down with it. For what reason, I'm really not too sure. So that's a pretty good rotary plow. Also got another dog eater snowblower. Skids are pretty decent on it and everything. It also has the extra impeller there that they added on because the original impeller isn't far enough out, so they put that on to scoop the rest of the stuff backwards so it doesn't get clogged. It's got a good clutch and everything. Spins pretty decent. It's even got the original decal on it. A lot of surfaced blistered rust and stuff though. Even added on an old shovel handle so that way you can tilt it. Makes for moving it around the driveway easier too. And for the tractor, that's the front guard for the tractor. This is the tractor. It's got a 185 brush deck on the front of it, slant hood, electric start, but get a load of the model number and everything. It's an LS, model number, tractor serial number, M46052. It's a 1959 LS. And this is the only reason why I bought the lot, because they were asking $300 for it, and I didn't really want to pay $300 for the lot, but I figured I'd grab it. It's got some good stuff. Just close this to get rid of the glare. So the 185 deck's in pretty good condition, and it's got a 3/8 blade. I know you really can't see it, but it's gonna need a seal because it leaked all over the place onto the blade and stuff. Well, I'll get a seal on the bottom of that, and probably another gasket in there. It's not too bent up except for these corners here on each side, so those will be easy to straighten out. It's got nice skids. And the tractor had dual wheels, so I got the dual wheels outside leaning against the wheel horse. I got the weights. It had one little hubcap cover on one of these sides. I have it over there somewhere. And they all took air. When I got them, they were all flat. So those are pretty good. Battery box is in good shape. Tractor cleaned up pretty good. I washed it last night. And it's got a 6.6 horse jug and all that. Wyco magneto, automotive spin-on oil filter. And this thing, I'll throw some pictures into the mix. It was so loaded with grease and dirt and stuff, I don't even know how it kept running. But then again, it's a Gravely, so it probably would. But he really didn't take care of it too well, so I think at some point he also added on to a governor, because you could see that it still has the hole for the throttle cable and that little clip there that threads in for the throttle cable. And it also has a rear-facing aluminum carburetor, which I'm not sure if it's original for a 59. You might have upgraded it, because my 58's got a cast iron, and I remember having a 59 over the winter that had a cast iron too. And it's got the starter clutch, and that spins pretty good and engages, which is nice. But look at how the belts ran. Get a load of that. So he probably didn't have a big enough belt at the time and just threw this on, which I'll be putting the regular one on because I don't think that would run very well against that governor bracket. So the handle grips are in all good shape. Gas tank's going to need some cleaning out. Carburetor's kind of gummed up, so I'll get to that. Muffler is, well, there's really no muffler left in there, so it's going to be a little noisy starting up. So I'll probably end up cutting that off and putting on another one at some point. But other than that, I'll be having some startup videos of this at some point. Show you guys a little bit of working, maybe up in the woods I can do some brush hogging. Here's a starter for it. It's got this nifty band on it with a clip to get to the brushes, which I thought was pretty cool. That was the air cleaner hose that was on it. Heck of a hose, so I'll have to get another one for it. I got the side shrouds over here and air cleaner and everything else. But the neat part about this was, have a look at this. It has the original battery toolbox for the top of the battery, which was once again another reason why I bought the lot. And it's in not bad shape. It's not rusted through. Unfortunately, the latch in the front has been missing for a while. I can always see if I can fix that or rig something up. Bottom's in great shape. It still has paint on it. Unfortunately, he cut out for one of the battery cables, but I can always try to fill that in or just round it off. It's gonna need a pin in that latch, or the pin in the hinge there. So other than that, that's just another lot that I brought home. It was a pretty good barn find, and the reason why everything's pretty much rusty is because the barn looked like Swiss cheese and all the rain was coming in through it. So anyways, folks, there you have it. Just some more Gravely stuff I brought home.